Welcome to Wellness Within USA. Today, we begin a meaningful and transformative conversation about one of the most valuable yet misunderstood aspects of human health, inner peace. In a world filled with constant pressure, notifications, deadlines, financial worries, and emotional overload, many people are silently searching for calm. They may appear successful on the outside, but inside they feel restless, overwhelmed, or disconnected. This video series is designed to guide you gently toward a calmer, more balanced inner life, one that supports not only your mental health, but your physical well-being and emotional stability as well. What is inner peace? Inner peace is not the absence of problems. It is the ability to remain grounded, calm, and emotionally steady even when challenges arise. Many people mistakenly believe that inner peace means a perfect life, no stress, no conflict, no uncertainty. In reality, inner peace is about how you respond to life, not what life throws at you. When you have inner peace, your thoughts are clearer, your reactions are calmer, and your emotions are more balanced. You feel connected to yourself, confident in your decisions, and less affected by external chaos. This does not mean you never feel sadness, anger, or fear. It means those emotions no longer control you. Why the modern world makes inner peace difficult? We live in one of the most overstimulated eras in human history. Our brains are constantly bombarded with information, social media updates, breaking news, emails, messages, and comparisons. The nervous system rarely gets a chance to rest. Modern stress is different from past stress. Our ancestors faced physical danger, but once the danger passed, the body could relax. Today, stress is psychological and continuous. Worries about money, relationships, health, and future security can linger for months or years. This constant stress keeps the body in a fight-or-flight state, leading to anxiety, insomnia, digestive issues, weakened immunity, and emotional exhaustion. Inner peace acts as a protective shield against this overload. Without it, even small problems can feel overwhelming. The mind-body connection. Science has clearly shown that the mind and body are deeply connected. When the mind is constantly stressed, the body responds with inflammation, hormonal imbalance, and lowered immune function. Chronic stress increases cortisol levels, which can contribute to weight gain, heart disease, and mental health disorders. On the other hand, a calm and balanced mind sends signals of safety to the body. This allows the nervous system to shift into a healing state. Heart rate slows, digestion improves, muscles relax, and the immune system becomes stronger. Inner peace is not just a mental state, it is a biological advantage. Emotional awareness, the foundation of peace. One of the biggest obstacles to inner peace is emotional suppression. Many people ignore or push away uncomfortable emotions, believing that strength means staying busy or not thinking about it. Unfortunately, suppressed emotions don't disappear, they accumulate. Inner peace begins with emotional awareness. This means recognizing what you feel without judgment. Instead of saying, "I shouldn't feel this way," you learn to say, "This is how I feel right now, and that's okay." When emotions are acknowledged, they naturally lose intensity. This practice builds emotional resilience. Over time, you become less reactive, more patient, and better able to handle difficult situations calmly. The role of self-identity. Many people experience inner conflict because their identity is tied to external validation. They define themselves by their job, income, appearance, or social approval. When any of these change or are threatened, inner peace collapses. True inner peace comes from knowing who you are beyond external roles. It comes from understanding your values, strengths, and limitations. When you are rooted in self-awareness rather than external approval, life feels less threatening. You stop constantly proving yourself and start living more authentically. Letting go of control. One of the greatest sources of stress is the desire to control outcomes. We worry about the future, replay the past, and mentally try to manage situations that are beyond our control. This creates inner tension and chronic anxiety. Inner peace grows when you learn to focus on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your responses, and gently release what you cannot. This doesn't mean giving up, it means choosing mental clarity over constant worry. Acceptance is not weakness. It is wisdom. Stillness is not laziness. In a productivity-driven culture, stillness is often seen as laziness. However, stillness is where clarity is born. Moments of silence allow the mind to reset, emotions to settle, and insight to emerge. People who cultivate inner peace are not less ambitious, they are more intentional. They act from clarity instead of chaos. They make better decisions because their minds are not clouded by constant noise. Inner peace as a daily practice. Inner peace is not a one-time achievement. It is a daily practice built through small, consistent choices: how you start your morning, how you speak to yourself, how you respond to stress, and how you treat your body. In the next parts of this series, we will explore practical habits, mindfulness techniques, emotional balance strategies, and lifestyle shifts that help you build and protect inner peace in a stressful world. For now, remember this. Peace is not found outside. Inner peace is not created in one moment of inspiration, it is built slowly through daily habits. What you do every day, how you think, and how you respond to situations shapes your internal world. Many people search for peace through big changes, new jobs, new cities, new relationships, but overlook the power of small, consistent habits. True inner peace grows when your daily routine supports your mind, body, and emotions instead of draining them. Morning habits, how you start the day shapes your mind. The first hour of your day has a powerful influence on your mental state. When mornings begin with rush, stress, and phone notifications, the nervous system immediately enters survival mode. Over time, this creates chronic anxiety. A peaceful morning does not require perfection or hours of rituals. Even simple actions can make a difference. Waking up a few minutes earlier, taking slow breaths, and avoiding your phone immediately allows your mind to wake up naturally. This calm start signals safety to the brain and sets a balanced tone for the rest of the day. Many people underestimate the impact of silence in the morning. Sitting quietly, even for 5 minutes, helps clear mental clutter. This space allows you to become intentional instead of reactive. Mindful breathing throughout the day. Breathing is one of the fastest ways to restore inner peace, yet most people breathe unconsciously and shallowly. When stressed, breathing becomes rapid and tight, reinforcing anxiety. Mindful breathing resets the nervous system. Slow, deep breaths activate the parasympathetic response, which promotes calm and healing. You don't need formal meditation sessions all day. Pausing for 1 minute, inhaling deeply through the nose, and exhaling slowly through the mouth can instantly reduce tension. Practicing this habit during stressful moments, before meetings, difficult conversations, or decision-making, helps maintain emotional balance and mental clarity. Nourishing the body to calm the mind. Inner peace is strongly connected to physical nourishment. What you eat affects your mood, energy, and emotional stability. Highly processed foods, excess sugar, and caffeine spikes can increase irritability and anxiety. A peaceful body supports a peaceful mind. Regular meals, adequate hydration, and nutrient-rich food stabilize blood sugar levels, which directly impacts emotional regulation. Foods rich in magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants are known to support brain health and reduce stress. Eating mindfully also matters. Slowing down, chewing properly, and being present while eating helps digestion and reduces internal tension. When the body feels cared for, the mind naturally relaxes. Movement as emotional release. Physical movement is not just for fitness, it is a powerful emotional regulator. Stress and unresolved emotions are stored in the body. Without movement, this energy builds up, leading to restlessness and frustration. Gentle movement such as walking, stretching, yoga, or slow exercise helps release emotional tension. You don't need intense workouts every day. Consistent, moderate movement is more effective for inner peace than occasional extremes. Nature-based movement is especially calming. Walking outdoors, feeling sunlight, and breathing fresh air grounds the nervous system and restores mental clarity. Digital boundaries and mental space. One of the biggest threats to inner peace today is digital overload. Constant scrolling, notifications, and comparison exhaust the mind. Even when we are physically resting, the brain remains overstimulated. Creating digital boundaries is essential. This does not mean quitting technology completely, but using it intentionally. Simple habits like phone-free mornings, reduced social media time, and screen-free evenings protect mental space. When the mind is not constantly absorbing information, it has room to process emotions, reflect, and rest. This space is where inner peace grows. Emotional check-ins. Many people live on autopilot, rarely stopping to ask how they feel. Emotional awareness is a daily practice. Checking in with yourself, how am I feeling right now? Creates self-connection. This habit prevents emotional buildup. When feelings are acknowledged early, they don't escalate into anxiety or burnout. Writing a few lines in a journal, naming emotions, or simply pausing to feel them builds emotional intelligence and inner stability. Inner peace is not about avoiding emotions, it's about allowing them to flow without resistance. Evening rituals for mental closure. How you end your day matters as much as how you start it. Carrying unresolved stress into sleep affects mental health and emotional balance. Evening rituals help the mind let go. Simple habits like dimming lights, reducing screen exposure, and reflecting on the day create closure. Gratitude practices are especially powerful. Listing even one positive moment shifts focus from stress to appreciation. Quality sleep restores emotional regulation. A rested mind is more resilient, patient, and calm. Consistency over perfection. One of the biggest mistakes people make is expecting immediate results. Inner peace develops gradually. Missing a day does not mean failure. What matters is returning to supportive habits consistently. Peaceful people are not those with perfect routines, but those who are gentle with themselves. Self-compassion is a core habit of inner peace. The ripple effect of daily peace. When daily habits support inner peace, life changes subtly but profoundly. Reactions soften. Relationships improve. Decision-making becomes clearer. Stress no longer controls your actions. Inner peace becomes a stable foundation rather than a temporary feeling. In the next part, we will explore mindfulness, emotional balance, and mental resilience, the deeper tools that strengthen inner peace even during difficult times. Inner peace becomes truly strong when mindfulness and emotional balance are developed together. Many people try to stay calm by avoiding problems or suppressing emotions, but this often creates more tension. Real inner peace comes from awareness, acceptance, and mental resilience, the ability to stay centered even when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. What is mindfulness and why it matters? Mindfulness means being fully present in the current moment without judgment. It is not about emptying the mind or forcing positivity. It is about observing thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they are. In a stressful world, the mind often lives in the past or the future, regretting what happened or worrying about what might happen. This constant mental movement creates anxiety. Mindfulness gently brings attention back to the present, where life is actually happening. When practiced regularly, mindfulness reduces overthinking, improves focus, and increases emotional stability. It trains the brain to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Awareness of thoughts. You are not your mind. One of the most powerful realizations in inner peace is understanding that you are not your thoughts. Thoughts are mental events, not facts. Yet many people believe every thought they have, especially negative ones. Mindfulness creates space between you and your thoughts. Instead of saying, "I am anxious," you begin to notice, "I am experiencing anxious thoughts." This small shift reduces emotional intensity and restores a sense of control. Over time, you learn that thoughts come and go, but your inner stability does not have to change with them. Emotional balance, allowing without reacting. Emotional balance does not mean feeling happy all the time. It means allowing emotions to exist without letting them dominate behavior. Suppressing emotions leads to inner conflict, while over-identifying with them creates chaos. Balanced emotional health involves recognizing emotions early, naming them honestly, allowing them to pass naturally. For example, instead of reacting immediately in anger, you pause, breathe, and acknowledge the feeling. This pause is where inner peace lives. It gives you the power to choose a response aligned with your values rather than your impulses. Healing emotional triggers. Everyone has emotional triggers, situations, words, or behaviors that activate strong reactions. These triggers often come from past experiences or unresolved emotions. Mindfulness helps you recognize triggers without judgment. Instead of asking, "Why am I like this?" you begin to ask, "What is this feeling trying to show me?" This approach transforms triggers into opportunities for growth. As awareness increases, triggers lose their power. Inner peace grows when you stop fighting your emotions and start understanding them. The role of acceptance. Acceptance is a cornerstone of mental peace. Many people resist reality, wishing things were different. This resistance creates inner tension and suffering. Acceptance does not mean approval or giving up. It means acknowledging what is happening without adding mental struggle. When you accept reality as it is, your energy shifts from resistance to clarity. This clarity allows better decision-making and emotional calm, even in difficult circumstances. Building mental resilience. Mental resilience is the ability to recover from stress, setbacks, and emotional challenges. It does not mean being unbreakable, it means being adaptable. Resilient individuals experience stress but do not stay trapped in it. They process emotions, learn from challenges, and move forward with strength. Mindfulness strengthens resilience by reducing emotional reactivity, improving focus under pressure, encouraging self-compassion. A resilient mind does not avoid pain, it knows how to move through it without losing balance. Self-compassion as a source of peace. Many people are harsh with themselves, especially during stress or failure. This inner criticism destroys peace more than any external problem. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same understanding you would offer a close friend. It does not lower standards, it creates emotional safety. When self-compassion is practiced, mistakes become lessons instead of sources of shame. This emotional safety is essential for long-term inner peace. Mindfulness in daily life. Mindfulness is not limited to meditation. It can be practiced while eating, walking, listening, or working. Paying full attention to simple actions grounds the mind and reduces stress. Daily mindfulness builds a stable inner environment. Over time, peace becomes a natural state rather than a temporary escape. Inner peace during chaos. The true test of inner peace is not in calm moments, but during chaos. Mindfulness does not remove challenges, but it changes your relationship with them. When awareness, acceptance, and resilience work together, stress no longer controls you. You remain present, thoughtful, and grounded. In the next and final part, we will explore long-term lifestyle shifts and spiritual alignment that help protect inner peace for life. Inner peace is not only a mindset or a daily habit, it is a lifestyle choice. Many people experience short moments of calm through meditation, rest, or vacations, but lasting inner peace requires deeper alignment between your values, your actions, and your sense of purpose. Without this alignment, peace remains temporary. With it, peace becomes a stable inner state that supports you through every stage of life. Why short-term solutions are not enough. In today's world, stress relief is often marketed as a quick fix, apps, techniques, or weekend escapes. While these tools can be helpful, they cannot replace long-term lifestyle changes. Inner peace fades when daily life contradicts your inner needs. For example, someone may meditate daily but remain stuck in a life driven by constant pressure, comparison, or emotional suppression. The mind receives mixed signals, calm during practice, chaos during life. True peace emerges when your entire way of living supports mental and emotional balance. Living in alignment with your values. One of the greatest sources of inner conflict is living against your core values. When your actions do not match what truly matters to you, the mind feels restless and dissatisfied. Values such as honesty, simplicity, compassion, growth, and balance act as inner anchors. When decisions align with these values, life feels lighter. Even difficult choices become clearer. Inner peace strengthens when you regularly ask yourself, what truly matters to me? Does my lifestyle reflect my values? Where am I compromising my inner truth? Small adjustments, setting boundaries, saying no, simplifying commitments, restore inner harmony. Purpose and meaning as stabilizers. People with a sense of purpose experience greater emotional resilience. Purpose does not have to be grand or public. It can be as simple as personal growth, service, creativity, or supporting loved ones. When life feels meaningful, stress becomes manageable. Challenges feel temporary rather than overwhelming. Inner peace grows when you know why you are doing what you do. Living without purpose often leads to chronic dissatisfaction, even when life appears successful on the surface. Letting go of comparison. Comparison is one of the biggest enemies of inner peace. Social media and modern culture constantly push the idea that happiness comes from having more, doing more, or being more than others. This mindset creates endless dissatisfaction. There will always be someone ahead, richer, or more accomplished. Inner peace arrives when you stop measuring your worth against others and start honoring your own journey. Peaceful people focus on progress, not comparison. They respect their pace and trust their path. Simplifying life for mental clarity. Complex lives create complex minds. Overscheduling, clutter, and constant commitments drain mental energy. Simplification is a powerful yet underrated path to peace. This includes reducing unnecessary obligations, decluttering physical spaces, limiting information overload, creating space for rest and reflection. A simpler life allows the mind to breathe. Peace thrives in space, not overload. Spiritual alignment without labels. Spiritual alignment does not require a specific belief system. It is about connection to yourself, to life, and to something larger than ego. Practices such as gratitude, silence, prayer, reflection, or acts of kindness nourish this connection. They remind you that life is not only about achievement, but also about presence and meaning. Spiritual alignment brings humility and perspective. Problems feel smaller when viewed from a broader understanding of life. Inner peace and relationships. Relationships deeply affect inner peace. Constant conflict, lack of boundaries, or emotional dependency drain mental energy. Peaceful relationships are built on clear communication, emotional honesty, mutual respect, healthy boundaries. Sometimes inner peace requires distancing from environments or relationships that consistently harm emotional well-being. This is not selfish, it is self-respect. Accepting change as a constant. Many people lose peace because they resist change. Life is dynamic, circumstances evolve, people change, and uncertainty is unavoidable. Inner peace grows when you accept change as natural. Flexibility reduces suffering. Instead of clinging to how things should be, peaceful individuals adapt and flow with life. Acceptance does not remove pain, but it prevents unnecessary struggle. Making peace a priority. Inner peace must be treated as a priority, not a luxury. This means choosing rest over constant productivity, clarity over chaos, and well-being over approval. When peace becomes a priority, decisions naturally align with health and balance. Life feels intentional rather than reactive. Inner peace as a lifelong practice. Inner peace is not a destination, it is a lifelong relationship with yourself. Some days will be calm, others will be challenging. The difference is that peace gives you a stable inner ground to stand on. When peace is cultivated deeply, stress no longer defines you. You move through life with clarity, strength, and quiet confidence. Final reflection. In a stressful world, inner peace is not a weakness, it is a powerful advantage. It allows you to live fully without being consumed by pressure, fear, or noise. Peace begins within, grows through habits, strengthens through awareness, and lasts through alignment.